Billy Cunningham,
Dave put himself
Steph
on.
Curry, Tim Duncan,
Steph put himself
David
on.
Dupree, Clyde Drexler,
Clyde put himself on.
Wayne Embry, Julius Erving,
Julius put himself on.
Patrick
Patrick put himself on. Man, you better believe it. Every other person you named is on this list.
You're now listening to the Win or Lose Sports Show, talking sports, hip-hop to pop culture. Presented by the 419 Grind. Available on Apple Podcast, Spotify, and wherever podcasts are heard. It's kickoff time.
Willis
But
Reed,
they're trying to give
that's all.
everybody.
Pat
but
Riley, Oscar Robertson, David Robinson, Bill Russell.
Now, when you think like that, though, as much as characters, them names is, like, that's all in-house.
Yeah.
It is, though.
In-house.
Stephen A., Mark Spears,
Oh,
Eric
shit.
Spoelstra.
Stephen A.
When you say Stephen A. right there, that just messes it up.
He
The whole,
can't be fair
the whole
about
list
shit.
right there.
That's 70% of all conversation.
Rod Thorne,
Right.
Rudy Tomjanovich, Bill Walton, Jerry West, Mike Wilbon, Lenny Wilkins, James Worthy.
So I wonder how many people So this is what happened.
Like, how y'all
Hey, we live now, so.
Okay, good. All the players probably picked themselves.
So first we talking about the top 75
That's how it's
NBA
looking.
list. And yeah,
'Cause 80% of the voters
everybody
on the
in this
list.
room is upset with this list. Like nobody likes this list. So we just been talking right before the show happened. So, and it's kind of continuing on. So what I'm saying right now is I think so. If there's a lot of players that were on the picking list, I'm thinking all these players picked themselves, and then the reporters that's left over in the pool, that's who picked everybody else. Because this is so many other players that are on the list who picked the list.
Right.
It just looked crazy to me, real crazy.
Yeah. Like I was thinking, I think, which is probably true. So they had the top 50, right? And then they just added 25 players. How did they come up looking at the
Was it
stats?
25?
Looking at the stats, like how did they come up with these additional 25
Apparently,
players?
they ain't looking at stats.
I don't what are they looking
Like,
at?
what's
If
the
they-
criteria to make the top 75?
They're not looking at stats, but if you look at ESPN's list, it's all got stats right there next to their name. But like,
you gotta, for people like us, you have to put the stats on them. Like we were just talking about the Reggie Miller thing. Okay, so you take Reggie Miller, as we just seen. The motherfucker had, can I cuss? I'm good.
Yeah.
The motherfucker had no accomplishment.
right.
But through your childhood memories, you remember
Man.
Reggie. He was a dog.
Going
He was
crazy.
the toughest. You had to stay in front of him. Mike gave Mike fits,
Listen.
gave the Knicks fits,
Yep.
everything. Like, you have to respect
Play
that.
both
And
sides.
Play both sides. Made it to the championship. You have to respect that as both sides. So when you think of who I say, what's the Sherman dude?
Bill, was it Bill Sherman
Man,
or
when you
something?
think of somebody like that, it's somebody that voted on that list that was like, hey, he was a dog. For me.
Right,
He might
somebody
not got
voted
no
for
ring, or he
like-
might not got no awards. He might have been a dog. So it's hard for us to kind of like, it's hard for me for sure to just be like, I respect that shit.
Yeah,
Right.
then you leave somebody off like Vince Carter.
Yeah, it's tough.
Man, they came in,
Like,
Vince Carter, and
there's
I ain't
no
never
way.
seen Cousins come into the league.
Him and
what?
T-Mac, like they just
Right, yeah,
dominated
Cousins
that
came
league
into
for
the
a
league
while.
just dogging shit. Like, wow.
The whole time though.
Yeah.
Like, and then when his game, when the athleticism
Disappeared and evolved into
I'm
a
not
real
even gonna say
shooter.
disappeared.
Because he still could
He
do
was still
it.
playing
But he just
football.
evolved his
he
game
evolved
to
his
last
game
longer in
to
the
a
league.
shooter.
Yeah.
He knew how to
Bro,
stay
like a
relevant
shooter,
in
like
the
you
game.
cannot leave Vince open.
Nah, you couldn't.
Like, what?
Especially on them corners.
Man, what?
I heard
Anywhere,
Matt Barnes
for
say
real.
the other day that he played with Shaq. Who he say he played with? Shaq, Kobe, AI. He said, man, by far Vince Carter was the most gifted player he ever played with.
Wow,
I can believe it though.
I can believe
You
it
know what I'm
watching
saying?
it.
That says a lot.
He can
Like,
do
yeah.
everything.
He could do it
For
all.
sure.
For real.
And it's like he was really so like we saw Michael Jordan and like nobody had saw that and we were like, oh, I don't get no better than this. But then when Vince Carter came, we were like, oh yeah, it does get better than this.
I think
it does get better.
I think we got them. We actually got them times and them eras to really be like when somebody came in the league, it was a must watch to see him.
Yeah,
play.
what's gonna
like
happen?
you look for Vince to boom.
You just
want
to see what's gonna happen. As soon as you get a fast break,
you look for AI that first year. You look for him to hit somebody to the left to the right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You look now to see like a Zion or a Brown. When Brown came, you was waiting to see what Brown was gonna do. We had that experience of them players. So to actually knock somebody like him, you know what I'm saying, for
like a once in a generation,
generation talent.
Yeah,
like
once in a generation talent.
He changed the game.
Damn,
And
how
he
you
stayed
leave
relevant. I think that's
the whole time.
That's the toughest thing. Like you stay relevant,
and
it's so hard to stay in the league.
Right, you're right.
Yeah, 20 plus years playing.
It's funny because like some kids, they need to go to YouTube because they see the old, you know, the right now Vince Carter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In the last few years, Vince Carter. And they didn't see him jumping over that man in the Olympics.
No, know what I'm
saying?
That was unbelievable.
Like I lost it. I stood up out of my seat and screamed when I saw that. Like, man, he jumped over it, and this dude, he was like 7 foot something.
Yeah, 7'3".
He jumped over him. Though.
Jumped over.
Like he cleared them.
Cleared them.
When he said the interview, he said, man, I didn't even see dude. He said all I seen was KG reaction. And not just reacted like I knew I was high, but I ain't know I was even over, dude.
Wow.
He just kept going higher and higher. It was crazy.
Yeah.
We can redo this list just off of eye test, and the list would be way better than what you see. We don't even need stats. Just off of what we know these players can personally do.
Right.
For sure.
We could redo this whole list.
Yeah, but but you have to respect the the past though.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, did y'all see what Shannon Sharp said about Kyrie?
What did he say?
He shouldn't have even been close. He shouldn't be on it. He's not even top 20 in the league right now. He's like, what has he said, what has he done? He's like, he made one shot. But you know he loved LeBron. But, like, come on now. We all know Kyrie is the most gifted guard we've seen in a long time.
First of all, Kyrie's probably the most gifted guard in NBA history.
You know what I mean? Like, he really has a total package.
As far as, because he's to me, Kyrie is a miniature version of Kobe who can
he does
dribble the ball a little better.
He can, man, this is the best dribbler I've ever seen in my entire life.
I be trying to tell a lot of people, like kids and stuff too, especially, like, for you to sit in a gym and practice what Kyrie can do naturally is impossible.
Right.
You have to
It
think,
is natural, like you said.
You got to think, if you know the game,
Right.
a one-on-one player, your man is beat automatically. So you're thinking about who's on the left side, who's on the right side, how can you get this dude point? Like Kyrie mind operates on some matrix shit.
Right.
Like, he know it's like somebody throwing something at somebody and he know how to dodge that shit.
Yeah,
you can tell.
Before and slither, like off an instinct. It's not, I'm not practicing this. This
No.
like, this
He
is
just
instinct.
see it,
bro.
right.
Like, if you coming this way, I'ma move this way to the left so I can get on this side of the rim.
Right.
Like, no, you this big, like
to
think like that at that size, man. It's amazing.
Kyrie's mental is how Jordan's mental was in the 90s. Jordan didn't practice none of that stuff.
No, it just came.
It just came naturally. That's the same thing like you were saying about Kyrie.
Instinctive, yeah.
And that's skill versus athleticism.
Right.
I think Mike jumping over motherfuckers and around them. But this motherfucker is using a ball.
A ball. Yeah.
And you saying
Like a
that,
string. He using the ball like a string. Yeah.
and you saying that just made me think of one play. They was playing Milwaukee. He was right
Oh
at the
my
top
God.
of the
I
key.
know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Cross. And he like slipped.
Bogan and
And
spin.
dude, he seen dude coming to commit
Spin
to
on
doubling. He split the double team with a spin move
Seen
and shot a
Giannis
jumper.
coming. He shot it left-handed.
Yeah.
Floater.
Right.
He shot a left-handed floater.
That's not that you get
That's what I'm
taught. It
saying.
just
Yeah.
happens. Like
Yeah.
he reacted to what was going on out there. You can't be taught that.
I think a lot of that list is I think they're trying to not do what they did before. So I think before with the 50 greatest, they kind of try to predict a lot of the dude's future.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you think of Penny and them that was on there. If you look at them back in the 50, you would think Penny was going to be.
Well, Penny's not on. I thought Penny was on the list. He's not on the list.
No, he's not on the
make
list.
it.
So-
No. That's what I'm saying.
Right, yeah.
So when you think about Kyrie, all this stuff going on with him, you don't even know if Kyrie gonna play another game.
And
Why
then-
would I
You're
put
right,
him
you're
on
right,
75?
you're right,
Nah,
you're right
I think that's
about
how
that,
they thought about it for real.
And if you-
the white when it kinda, which is the biggest snub in the world, the biggest snub. I just hate that because I really feel like one of my boys is James Johnson. He played for the Brooklyn Nets. That's my dude. And we had a conversation the other day about it. And he like, bro, he like, man, dudes really don't like him. Like
Kyrie.
No, James. I mean, Dwight.
Dwight.
Yeah,
Howard.
They really don't like Dwight Howard, man. Like, they really don't like him as a person. Like, they play too much. He ain't serious. Like, he's soft. He said ever since Kobe took his heart, that LA shit, like, nobody really fuck with Dwight. So when you think about that and you put that in the media, and them stats become targets.
All right, look, man, you just said that. This Dwight's whole player profile. This is crazy. 8-time NBA All-Star. 2-time block champ. 8-time All-NBA. 2004, 2005 All-Rookie. 3 times Defensive Player of the Year. 5 times All-Defensive Player.
That alone.
2020 NBA champ.
Come on, man.
5-time rebounding champ.
That is ridiculous.
Damian Lillard's 6-time All-Star. 2012, 2013 All-Rookie. 6-time All-NBA, 2012-13 Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, bro.
And he on the list.
Yeah, bro.
And Dwight ain't.
He was in Space Jam, too.
Mike picked him.
Yeah,
Mike picked him because he was
Dame time.
Dwight profile is crazy.
Yeah.
It's no way you leave that off. You
Right.
can tell they don't like him.
They don't respect
There's no way you gonna make that list with
I
that.
really think when I'm looking at him and AD the other day again,
When they was about to fight,
man, I'm like, AD had to slip something like, man, that's why you ain't top 75. Like, man.
But didn't they play together like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
They played together in LA?
Yeah, they
2
played
years
in LA
ago.
too.
Okay.
He was, the White was recently, this his third stint in LA.
Right, yeah,
This is
yeah. He
third
did Kobe
one.
and then they won a
Yeah,
championship
Kobe,
with him.
yup.
Then he came back from LeBron. When LeBron was there
Just
first.
defensive champ, and then that's what I did. They compared him and, you know what I'm saying, Dame. They stat for stat. I look at somebody who game to me might be identical to his, like Rodman, as far as defensively. You know, Rodman was a beast defensively.
Yeah.
Rebounding, you know what I'm saying, gave people hell.
Right.
One of the most disliked players in the league. Yo,
But they
Rodman
loved him, though.
He
Rodman
gonna
on the
get that
list,
way.
fam.
Yeah.
No, because his
cannot
teammates
leave
loved
him.
him.
Yeah,
I won't say they
Loved what he could do on the court.
In Detroit, they loved him.
He hadn't gotten with
fit-
Madonna at that
he-
point yet either, though.
No,
I know.
he did.
That's when
And
things
Carmelo
kinda
Electra,
turned.
He fit perfectly with Detroit.
Detroit,
though.
yeah.
So you
He
had
was a
to.
for real
That's
player.
all.
Chicago, they made him fit because they allow him to do whatever he wanted
But
to do,
remember-
but still come on the floor
Right.
and perform how you're supposed to perform.
Remember, he had went to Utah.
Yeah, San Antonio.
And he was all those other places first, clowning. And so it's like
Well, he went to San Antonio.
He went to San
San
Antonio.
Antonio
between-
Detroit.
after Detroit.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, right with the blonde
San
hair.
Antonio became the
He went to
Yeah,
San
yeah.
Antonio clowning.
Yeah.
He went to San Antonio
because he
clowning.
lost Chuck Daly and lost his
Right.
surroundings with his
And so-
teammates and all that stuff. So
Michael Jordan knew what he can do, and like we all saw it. You know what I mean? The last
dance, yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And he should be on the list just as he should be accepted for his antics because he was just great.
I mean, he should have been on the top 50 for real.
He should have been
To me.
on. He should be
Who?
on every list
Dennis
there
Rodman.
is.
He shouldn't have been.
He should have been.
He
Oh,
should.
yeah,
top
definitely.
50.
He should have been. You know why he should have been on top 50? Because
So
he didn't
let's
do
see.
anything after 98. He didn't. Nothing changed with Rodman after 98.
I think
Right.
the appreciation of him after 98.
No, they didn't appreciate him
All right,
until
so
Michael Jordan put this,
If you
this
think he
video
should have
out.
been on it before, and they took Penny off, you think they should have took him off? On the new one?
No.
Yeah.
They
Based
should've-
on what you said,
Let me-
they
okay,
should
top-
have because he ain't
let's
do
go
nothing
back-
after 98. So
I
why
know.
would they drop him?
Because
they did Penny.
No,
You
no,
don't
no, no,
think
not
that,
drop him. He should have been added on. Let me go to the top 50.
Hal
all right?
Greer, he
Wait a
couldn't
minute,
be Hal Greer.
wait.
Don't say
We're talking
that.
about.
Don't say that goddamn.
We're talking about Elvin Hayes. All right.
Right.
We're talking about
These names.
Bob Pettit. Okay.
Right.
I pay the respect.
Yeah, he was a Falcon. Atlanta Hawks. Great, whatever. Dolph Shays, right there.
damn.
That name right
Right.
there
God
alone.
All
damn.
right, that was
Shades.
definitely like, come on.
Damn.
Man.
Come on, man.
Dog Shades.
Was he on the
man.
voting list? Because he had to vote himself.
God
for
Hal
that.
Dolph
Greer.
Shays,
Let me
man.
look at Hal Greer's stats.
Yeah, Hal Greer. And then if you go to see, I like to stay in them. Like you think about them old Denver Nuggets teams like Kiki Vanderwood,
Oh, yeah.
Hey, listen.
Adrian Dantley.
How hard
You
they
don't see
played out
neither of
there.
them.
Yeah.
Right.
They
yeah.
busting ass.
And that's
Yeah.
another
Right.
one off that eye
Adrian
test. Like,
Dantley.
we know
Adrian
they
Dantley.
killers.
AD was a
Man.
killer in Utah and in
in
Detroit.
Yeah, when he got to the
Vinny-
D,
is Vinny
moved
right
him out the way.
Right.
I got
Is
this.
Vinny on that list? Is
The
Vinny-
microwave?
Nope.
No.
No. See what I'm saying?
You got one Pistons on, like one Piston
Isaiah.
on.
Dawg Shays played
Dave,
996 games.
Oh, yeah, he is on here.
Dawg Shays played 996 games, averaged 18.5 points a game, 12.1 rebounds a game, and was 12-time All-Star.
That's Dawg Shays' stats?
Dawg Shays. And then his picture's in black and white. So. I'm just saying.
Dawg Shays was playing with that bucket. When they playing that basket with no net.
No net on that.
They had to get the ladder to get the.
Wait a minute, is George Mikan on this list?
They had to get the ladder to get the
I
ball.
don't remember seeing him.
George
I don't remember seeing him.
Yeah, he on the
I think so,
he on the
Jay.
top 50.
I don't remember
Yeah.
seeing George.
He ain't on this
He was-
list.
He ain't on the top 75?
No.
So they bumped George Mikan off
Fuck
the top
outta here.
75? No.
George Mikan ain't
No,
on
go to
the
Eagles.
75.
He got to be on there.
Man, nah. Let me look again.
George Mikan was like the first Wilt Chamberlain.
He was the first real big man. He scored 40
He
points
on
in
here.
the game.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm about to say,
yeah.
that's impossible. You
I
might
was
as well
about
throw
to
the
go-
whole list out the
I was
window.
about to say, let's burn it. Let's find
might
one.
as well
Find the
burn
real
it.
one.
Yeah, he on here.
Find the actual list and burn it.
Okay.
Then I have a
You know what I do agree with the Kevin Durant's, James Harden. I feel like all he missing is a ring. I ain't gonna lie.
James Harden.
Yeah, I'm just if you look at somebody like him to come off 6-man,
So
go take a team. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Oh,
It's
take a
just-
team, be a leading scorer in the league so many years. Then go to a team like he on now, develop even after those years in Houston, develop a assist game. Like it was unappreciated, like his passing.
Yeah.
Now it's like, dude running the point. He really can do what he want to
He can
do
do
out
whatever
there.
he want to do.
So
yeah.
it's like
Don't.
he can really be whatever you want him to be on the
Right.
team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like when you think of them names, like the AD thing, you could have missed me with that. Like,
Him being on here
I don't
Not
really
yet.
think I don't really think he a top 5 NBA player.
in the league right now. Me neither though.
I don't.
Top
I don't
5
think
Anthony
NBA
Davis?
players.
No,
Don't
not
think he a top
when you
five.
say top 5. No, he too inconsistent.
He a top 10 for sure. I don't think.
Yeah, but
he a-
5.
I
That's
would
tough.
say he's
I
more
think-
injury prone than inconsistent.
I think.
Yeah,
I
that
think
too, though,
we put a lot based on the potential of what he like.
can
be.
Yeah. Far as his game wise, I'm not knocking the numbers,
His
but when you
skill
be
set
like,
is
the skill
insane.
set,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. See,
But
you
he don't
got
have the
people
numbers
like
for
that.
real.
He don't
What
have
numbers
the
do he
numbers.
have?
It's just the
He
skill
don't.
set. Like
Yeah.
You look at New Orleans though, he was doing
he
his
put
thing.
up around.
Yeah.
But it's really not consistent enough to put in a 75.
Now, if he was still able to do what he was doing in New Orleans, in L.A., because he had to carry the team in New Orleans, but he
Impossible.
can't do that in L.A. at all.
Yeah, you can't do that.
And y'all got to stop this. And I love. First of all, I'm a Cleveland fan to the heart. Everybody know me. I love Cleveland sports, but you got to stop saying that such and such people come to play with LeBron and they gonna be the dude. It's
It's never gonna happen. Everybody's gonna come second.
You're
You
gonna
have to.
always be second. To
You
LeBron.
gotta play how he
Hey,
play.
Devin, he gonna come
No.
be MVP, this
No.
MVP. It would never happen, bro. He
No.
would be 22, 23 points a game.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
would not.
You will
he
have
can't be
flashes
no-
of what he used to be, and
It's
that's because
impossible.
Bron taking the night off right now.
Bron
Like,
don't adapt to people as much as people adapt to Bron.
Even with Westbrook, people thought that Westbrook was going to come to L.A.
I knew it wasn't gonna work from the
And-
jump because how he played.
Well,
I'm not-
it can
I ain't
work.
gonna say that.
It's
It can
gonna
work.
I ain't gonna say
but
that.
it can't work like
The way he
Westbrook
play.
handling the ball 75% of the time
Nah.
and scoring
No.
25 points,
shouldn't
10
even be
assists, and
trying
9
to score.
rebounds.
When he plays
Right.
with Bron, he can't dominate the ball.
Ball,
like
right.
that. So, Rondo is better.
with
with
LeBron.
He's a
Westbrook
for real
would be better
life
with that
guard,
second
though.
unit
That
with him
second
and
unit
Melo
come
and
in,
Monk.
yeah,
Then he could be
pushing the
himself.
ball with
Yeah,
Monk.
you right.
And all of
Let
that.
it open up more because
So,
I said
yeah.
he should start.
Right.
But
People say
he
that,
makes
like,
so much money.
Take him.
No, he got-
They
he
will
got-
put him on the
he got-
bench.
You gotta start
Yeah,
him,
44
man. Just
million
'cause
coming
of
up
the
though. They ain't doing
He
that.
would never be that triple double.
No, he could
Nah,
be. He can be. He can be the Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen started, but he still played. He ran the second unit in Chicago.
Yeah.
So he could be that guy who plays like the first 7 minutes of the quarter, sit down, because I'm going to come in with the second unit.
He
But in
could,
order
but
to
his
score
ego
that many
different from
points and get that many
Scotty's too.
assists, you kind of have to dominate the ball.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, you
You gotta shoot the ball all the time.
People don't understand like assists a game. Like, the league is you make shots in the league, bro. Like
Right.
these dudes, this is their job to make a
Right,
shot.
yeah.
To get somebody the ball is the toughest part. In the right position for them to make shots. Making shots is nothing in the league. To do that, to average so many assists, you have to dominate the ball.
Right.
Period.
Yeah.
The ball has to be in your hands. So with that being said, turnovers high, passing high, you know, the decision making of scoring, like points.
Unless you Chris Paul.
Picking and choosing your points.
Chris Paul can dominate the ball and not turn it over.
He could, but he been doing that position for years. Somebody like Russ at his position, the high octane of his game.
Right, you go
really a 2.
Yeah, they forced him into that 1. Yeah, they forced him in that 1.
You know what I'm saying? He really not a 1 though.
No.
James is more of a 1 than Russ will ever be a 1.
He was actually listed as a 1.
But then it's like he ain't no 2 because he can't shoot. But that's really, you know, he should be. You know,
how does he get his points? Utility points, right?
Well, attacking and getting them on the run.
He
can get it when it's on, but when it's off, it's off.
Russ is not your typical. The NBA is pick and roll game. We have to understand that. To run a pick and roll in the NBA, you have to know how to do that. You can't play the game unless you know how to run a pick and roll.
Definitely.
Russ when he plays a lot of switches. Let's remember he's 6'4", 6'5", point guard. He's stronger. He aggressive. He play high energy. There's no slow pace. So you always got to be on your toes, and he fast. More of a John Wall with the I don't know. I'm trying to think of who body. But the speed is what gets you. So if you got him attacking you full speed, changing directions, it's on the floor. You can't do nothing with him. And he explosive. Then he gonna post you up. Think about a lot of his points. He gonna post you. He gonna attack you full speed. And then either the full speed gonna get you bagging up or he gonna pull up. It's nothing like off the ball for real unless he getting like rebounds. Everything is energy with Russ. Until he's ever to slow down, that's where he get his points at. He's an energetic player.
High energy,
you know what I'm saying? He's not one of them. He's not a Chris Paul. He's not a thinker. He's not
at all.
No,
clearly we
like
definitely.
It's not instinct. I guarantee you, Russ know exactly like a Kyrie playoff instinct. You know what I'm saying? Dang, he an instinct player. Like Russ know exactly what he about to do when
and that's what he gonna do.
He
and
don't
that's
care
the final.
Yeah,
that's it.
I'm coming at you. I know exactly what move I'm about to hit you with. Right? I ain't did this move in 3 minutes. I'm about to hit you with this.
In 3 minutes.
This sham.
I swear.
Even if I don't care who on me, I'm posting you up. I ain't post up all game. I'm about to do
that is him.
But that's how Russ play, man.
That's just him playing to his advantages. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he's faster, and he's taller and stronger than the people.
They just got to figure it out over there with their rotations.
But that's the thing about the league. See, we come in, exciting players last for a long time. I mean, exciting players don't last for so long. You know what I'm saying? Because they come with them abilities. You have to be relevant. When we just talking about Vince, think about it. Vince, all he did was dunk. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's gone. Knees disappeared for sure. Like them knee injuries are real. Oh, you have to add on to them games. You have to get the mid range. You have to post up. You have to do those things. You think about those players that came in. One of my brother, Pooter, he used to love Kenyon Martin. I used to tell this motherfucker, I said, man, he ain't got no goddamn knees, bro. Like, all that jumping he gonna do, bro, later on, give him 7, 8 years down the line, he not gonna be moving like that. Blake Griffin, Sean Kemp went to Cleveland, he put on weight. When you play like that,
you gotta change it.
It changed.
It's gonna happen to Zion too.
If you don't add on to your game,
it's already here.
If you don't add on to your game, that's
they all did it. Jordan came in dunking. Changed. Kobe came in dunking. Changed it up. T-Mac came. You gotta evolve. You wanna let your career stretch out. You can't be doing that every night.
Look at Barkley. Remember when he was in Philly?
Man.
Coast to coast.
Hey, when he was in Phoenix, oh man, mid-range, 3-pointers.
He started eating good.
He started eating
good in Phoenix.
It's as there's quarters in the game, it's quarters to your career.
Right.
And if you don't adapt to them quarters, dudes coming in, you gotta adapt to the game.
That's why Brian had to learn how to shoot. You know, he ain't never had to shoot when like that.
He was trying to at first though. He was
but now he look, man, his jumper look wet. Every time he let it go, I'm thinking it's going in now.
LeBron's game right now is like immaculate.
Yeah, you can't do nothing.
Like, he ain't had a fall off to me. I don't care what nobody say.
If
He ain't
anything,
fell off to me.
He got better. He got better because the way he adapted his game,
his age and his mind. He really know the game. Like,
he can still be that
really
freight train LeBron James.
LeBron has a Chris Paul mind with a Russell like a Russell kind of game, like a Russell kind of mentality.
Not good.
Like, to a certain extent, when it comes to like speed and domination and aggressive to a certain point. Like, he knew a long time ago that to get others involved first, then get myself asserted. It's how I'm gonna last in this game. Like,
right.
He knew that. Passing was a big part of that dude game. Like, people don't understand how much as you look at that physical and that athletic ability. Like, the dude, he was passing like that when we was in high school.
Yeah.
Like, he was finding regular dudes. Like, who the fuck is Chad Murray? This motherfucker done hit 6 threes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He probably played 18 JV game, but
Drew Joy,
he knew how to find them dudes. Like,
just be open.
Brown got people money, bro.
And that's
he made a lot of careers, man, over his whole
even on and off the court, because he hired people within his circle to do jobs that other people normally hire, the next man that they know that is already good at it. Yeah, so he brought people up within his circle and gave them opportunities, which is also good.
Browns is going to be a great GM.
Yeah.
So I got a couple questions in the comments. Somebody said, why didn't Mark Price make the list?
Why did he?
Somebody
you ever been to a Cleveland
joke?
Want me read the voter names off again? That'll give him the answer. I'll read the voter names off again.
It was amazing.
Mark Price was
amazing.
He was
good, man.
Man, hold on.
Listen,
can y'all not please do this to Mark Price?
He was good.
Come on, no, he was a decent.
Right.
No, not a top.
But he was a beast, though.
Yeah, he was decent.
There was a conversation to be had about
fuck Chris Webber.
Whoa.
Why is that?
Nah.
You don't have no love for the Fab Five?
I'm glad he got into the Hall of Fame, man. I ain't want to be Pete Rose, but
that's about it.
Is it because of the Michigan situation?
Yeah, man. Fuck Chris Webber.
Call timeout.
You already know me, just so.
Was
you a Michigan fan?
Yeah, I love Michigan.
Okay, I get it.
He did something.
So you hurt?
I was hurt about a lot of things.
He snitched about a lot of stuff.
He snitched a lot about it.
And that's why Jalen Rose and them stopped talking to him.
Yeah,
a lot.
Destroyed the whole
They
thing.
stopped talking to him.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, they stopped talking to him.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was a
they had no conversation for
rightfully
a very long
so,
time.
Yeah, up until last year.
Like last year, they just
at his voting thing, wasn't it? When he got inducted.
Yeah, when they voted him into because Jalen Rose had to vote him into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
because he's part of the
committee.
The committee, yeah.
God damn it. Fuck
wow. Okay, you got some strong feelings about Chris Webber.
I ain't care about no Chris Webber.
Oh man,
he's a terrible analyst as well. Too.
Man,
oh my God!
First of all, I play 2K.
Oh my God! Yes.
I'm muting every time. I hate him.
Can we get a different announcer for this guy?
I would just switch it to on court, so you don't even hear that announcer. Just hear the motherfuckers talking.
I can't stand him, man.
Oh my God, the worst. Him and Steve Smith are the worst announcers.
Hey, how y'all feel about them paying these college kids coming out of high school now, though?
Great.
I think it's gonna be a double-edged sword, obviously, like everything else. But
I like that.
I like it.
I like that they gave them the opportunity to make it themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Make your own money, like off the likeness of your name.
Right.
Versus when you in college, when you play D1, they give you a per diem. You ain't up in there just broke.
Right.
They give you some money. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But it definitely ain't what you deserve, especially if you want a likeness of Webber and them back in the day.
Yeah, they was making.
They changed the game as far as like merchandising.
Right.
Yeah.
But if they could do,
everybody had them long shorts. Everybody was rocking
them Nikes. I remember them Barclays. I thought them was 5'5". I'm like, them ain't no Charles Barkley. Give me them Jalen Rose.
Right.
Motherfucker was cold. But if they could make money back then off that likeness, them dudes would have been.
They would have been paid.
So now you can get your likeness money, and you can go to the G League, right?
Yeah, a lot of them going to do that.
And
starting
that's cool.
off instead of going to the NBA.
Zaire Wade got drafted by.
All right, now that's all right. I was waiting on that name to pop up.
With that?
Come on, he made it because of his daddy. If you watched him play,
I know. I seen him play.
High school.
But you seen him lately though?
You haven't
seen?
I ain't seen nothing.
No,
lately.
he nice though. He played with them. He played with them dudes in the league. Like switch culture, shout to switch cultures. Like he played with them dudes like over there in LA. You know, they get all that wreck. That summer wreck, he get that for sure. But it was so funny when they posted, because they posted it like, oh, Zaire just got picked up from the G League.
It went crazy. Like,
and then there was another one probably like 20 minutes later, like Zaire. So everybody wondering like, man, who he get picked up by? Like, oh, Zaire get picked up by the Utah Jazz.
His dad.
I'm like, man. But that's what's up, man. Motherfuckers been living they shit.
Why not?
Darshay's probably got on because of money. God damn it, shit. They been living
I ain't knocking them for using their resources though, but you know. That's what it is. You supposed to.
I say give him a let him do. You might.
Yeah, you know, but you know how it is with any other industry though. If you got a parent, just like if you look at the actors, kids of actors are there. You know what I mean? Like, and people you didn't even know it was there. You know, they had parents in Hollywood, and so it's like they get that chance just based on their name. Sometimes.
Yeah, I'm about to say like you think about Emilio Estevez and
Charlie
Sheen and Nate Daddy. Like, you know what I'm saying? You weren't even saying.
Straight on down.
And it was it was one that really threw me off. I can't remember what it was. Well, no, it was the Gwyneth Paltrow. Her mother is the mother from Meet the Parents. I don't know if it's kind of obscure who it is, but the lady from Meet the Parents.
I didn't even know that.
Blythe Danner. That's Gwyneth Paltrow's mother.
That's her real mother.
Her real life mother.
I ain't never know that.
That's you just dropped the jewel for
right. It's a whole bunch of like people.
Gwyneth Paltrow is from like Iron Man.
Pepper. Pepper from Iron Man. I'm like, I don't know. I just be paying attention to a lot of the movie shit. So
I be on that. I'll be deep in that movie shit too for sure. But yeah, man, goddamn Darshey.
This is what I was gonna say when you was talking about James Harden. How they put you put James Harden on. This man don't play defense.
Who, James?
Okay.
I mean, it's a few people on this list that don't play defense though.
So this my thing in the league. I'll say this. No, the only people that are relevant to defense in the league to me are shot blockers. Because that's the only person that can really alter a game.
Right?
Yeah, because the whole game is they switching everything.
I say
Kawhi's a once in a lifetime.
They're not just playing sitting down on people.
I wouldn't even say, man, you not sitting.
Nobody's sitting down on none of these people no more.
Offense is the game.
Yeah.
They evolved the game so much offensively. You don't hear nobody talking about what they doing defensively.
Okay,
exactly. Ain't no more Gary Payton's and none of that. Who?
PJ Tucker is probably the one.
He's not just sitting down. He's
not a stopper. I'm saying those are the names that come out.
That's because the NBA make it look like they want that. Because ain't none of that no more.
That, bro. Just how I feel about the league. Look, you gotta pay attention to defense because it's part of the game. However,
they say defense wins championships.
That's some bullshit.
It's not. They don't play.
So you gotta have stops to win the game.
No, man. People
if you don't have stops,
you gonna get a good player, man.
Is gonna score no matter what.
You gonna score. If you miss, you miss.
Right.
You didn't really do nothing for me to miss.
Right.
I just missed the shot.
Unless you a shot blocker.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. You really not doing nothing. What's the probability of a guy stealing a ball from a dude in a game like Kyrie?
Come on,
Luka Holiday really taking the ball from Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? But a Giannis, Ben.
He playing the lane.
6'10",
that's what I'm saying.
But he can guard small. He can guard.
Yeah, he know how to use his body real good.
But still, what's the probability of that?
It's not happening.
You could see a shot blocker and like, oh yeah, he gonna alter that. Like, I'm gonna get to the rim and he can beat that. Giannis gonna beat that shit. But to really sit down on an offensive dude who all summer this motherfucker shot 1,000 shots.
Prime example. Look, prime example though. One play, PG versus Dame. PG is just, they was just all defender, all world. Man, Dame had him 50 feet away from the rim.
Right.
Sidestep, and he's 6'3". Bang! Game winner, sit the home. PG, they say a lockdown defender.
Fuck with that, man.
He's 6'10", and you still couldn't stop him.
Who said it the other day?
That's why he did it, though. So if he would have missed, everybody would have like, oh,
he had defensive, but he really just missed.
But it was on Dame to miss the shot.
Because that's his shot. That's a normal shot for Dame.
Okay, first of all, that is not a normal shot for anybody.
It is for him though.
He stepped 2 feet over the line and then pulled it.
He
so that ain't normal.
He sidestepped PG though.
Going to his right.
Right.
People don't know as a right-handed jump shot to
going
pick
to
it
your
up.
right
So
and
to
shoot
your
it.
left. That's hard. It's easy.
Easy.
Go to your right,
pull up right,
pull up right with
From
seconds
40-something
down, from 40
feet with a 6'10" nigga jumping.
And then he said something like, "Man, I didn't even know I was that far."
Did you see him on that interview? He was talking about. And then he said. Then he was like, "Oh yeah, that was a bad shot."
He was
like, but that's his range. But that's his range.
Why he took that shot is because that 6'10" motherfucker was standing right there in front of him.
Yeah, that's who was gonna alter the game.
He wouldn't. But the thing is, though, these perimeter defenders, when you talk about Pat Beverly, Drew Holiday, would you rather see him on the other side or James Harden? I would rather because I'm gonna have a hard night. My night is going to be harder.
I don't think they
playing against them.
I don't think they look at it like that because I think. Anyway, Steph I'm gonna give you 40.
Oh man!
If I'm like that,
first of all,
no,
like,
we
you
gotta
really
can we exclude Steph?
No, we can't.
We can't exclude
nobody. People who are
We
just
ain't exclude nobody.
You talking about elite defenders?
Yes.
You gotta talk about elite
Elite that
players.
shit. But there's only a couple of them like that.
Hell no.
No, it ain't. There's a lot of them like that. Luka,
Donovan Mitchell, what?
John Morant now, Donovan Mitchell.
Torch the defender no matter.
It's
who's
a
on the
lot
side.
of.
It's
It's
a lot
way
of them.
more offensive dudes, offensive minded
Yeah.
dudes. Basketball is an offensive game, bro. Like that's what sells. You want to see dunks.
We don't want to see stops.
crossovers. You want to see
That's why they
threes.
changed the
Highlights.
You don't want to see you a good dude.
Yeah.
Like some basketball players I know can appreciate it, Drew, a Kawhi at the end of the day. But you got Steph practicing 60-footer, 40-footer.
Y'all just hear what he said in his
motherfucker logo, Dame logo. Like
they just said in Steph workouts when he hit the rim, they consider them as misses now.
No, that's
like come on, like
that's
that's
an
just
NBA workout.
They
For real.
That's just straight up make you different.
Chris Jackson / Ahmad Abdul Rauf.
for sure.
Because like he kind of like, man, if it hit the rim, it don't count.
That's the thing,
And
you
they
know, for
took
real.
that,
Like in the league, like they'll give you 50 shots from a spot. And it's no rattling, like it gotta go on all net or it don't count.
Right.
It mess with your mental though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you shooting for all nets, you know what I'm saying, when you get in a game, it's gonna be subconscious mind. That's how you go on.
I mean, we do that
Right.
too. Like we go
We
in the
always wanna
gym,
hit
we
net.
shoot free throws. Like, damn, what am I doing?
Yeah,
Man, every time you
all net.
every time you walk out the gym, what you say? This got to go in all net before I go home.
They do it from 40 feet for 2 hours though.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
You
different,
can't guard
boy.
that, man.
It's different. That's
You
what I'm
can't
saying. Ain't no
guard that.
guarding
Yeah.
it.
Can't.
As soon as he step across half court, he in range.
How do you leave off from the grade 50 or the grade 75? How you leave off Pistol Pete?
Pete is on there.
Pete was
He
on
on
there.
75?
Yeah, Pete was on there.
I ain't see him. So what about Drazen Petrovic? Is he on there?
No.
No,
And why
Pat wasn't
not?
on
Not
there.
long. He only 6 years in the NBA.
6 years. He died before he was
The whole 6 years.
If
he
that's
was
the case, we put in.
dominating.
If you feel he should
Reggie-
be on there, Grant
we
Hill
put
need to
in-
be on there then.
Yeah, we put in.
He said
what's his
Grant
name?
Hill ain't have
Reggie
enough
Lewis that
time.
played for the
Yeah,
Celtics.
Reggie Lewis for the Celtics.
Lynn Bias.
Lynn Bias.
Lynn Bias didn't play one game.
I'm just
in there.
saying, like Lynn Bias is better than Michael
He got
Jordan.
drafted.
People don't know that.
Everybody say that. The gang got to talk, man. We gotta.
Lynn Bias was LeBron James before LeBron James.
Y'all want to start us some
as far as
conversation?
size.
Y'all want to start us some controversy real quick?
Okay, what's
What's
that?
that?
We on the land, Toledo, right?
Right.
You got Nate Miles, you got William Buford. Look at
Oh man.
you got Nate Miles,
you
you got
go.
William Buford. Hands down, them both my dudes. I ain't never seen nobody play the game like Nate Miles
Oh yeah.
in my life, bro. I go places out of town all the time, and the first person name they bring up
It's Nate.
Cause he done win some. I'll tell you a story real quick. I'm playing I ain't gonna say where, but I'm playing for this team, trying out for this team, and I'm down there dolo. I mean, I'm out of town, and I'm with some Chicago dudes, and they show up to the gym, and I'm like, Nate, what you doing here? And he like, oh, I'm about to hoop. You know what I'm saying? Like, Nate just chilling. He
Being Nate, huh?
just being Nate.
No, I
you know
know.
what I'm saying? You got an album. It was dudes dressed T like knew
Some
they was
hoopers.
just some hoopers.
Right.
But Nate just he long, chill, relax. You know what I'm saying? That's the bro. I'm telling them. I say, hey man, watch my bro. Dude got gang. They say, man, who? I said him. Man, they bust out laughing.
Yeah.
Like
Just
7,
because
8
how
of
he
them.
look. Yeah, all right.
Man, I watched this dude 15 minutes strong giving a dude the work of his dude played for UTEP, I think, He was a top guard in this conference. And giving this dude the work of his life, not even breaking a sweat. You know what I'm saying?
Just being nice.
Then you got Dub. Look at the accolades. Libby's great.
Libby.
O'Stady great.
Overseas.
You know why?
TBT MVPs. Like,
you know why?
it.
Mentally, Buford was there.
I think
as far as like discipline, as far as staying in the game.
Right. I think more of two. You look at surroundings as well too.
I was just about to say that word
matter
too.
A lot, bro.
I killed that.
Like surroundings, as much they were as they probably had some of the similar people. When it came to Nate, when it came to Dub, it was a little different. You know what I'm saying? The way of growing up too. Dub had one of them daddies, man. We used to go hoop at Hamilton, and the daddy wouldn't bring William Buford out. He wouldn't bring Dub out until everybody was gone. So he up there 9 o'clock at night, 10 at night with the lights off, shooting jump shots. You know what I'm saying? And you wondering what's going on. Next thing you know, the motherfucker unstoppable. So when you look at like development, you got to pay attention to everything. If you just look at skill wise, player to player, they better.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I know this for a fact because I played against both of them like at like LA Fitness or whatever, and I could play defense against. I couldn't stop him, but I could play defense against Buford. Yeah, right. I can guard him to where I gave him a little problem because I was stronger than him, and I gave him some buckets because he couldn't play defense. But but against Nate Miles, I couldn't do anything as far as stopping him on. When he's on offense, I couldn't do anything. Yeah, because he used his length and used his skill set.
And it was basic. It wasn't flashy.
Right. He really couldn't even dribble. He ain't had no moves.
You know
but he would break you down.
He reminds me of a Ben Simmons with a jump shot.
He didn't.
He was like, there was nothing fancy. You know what I'm saying? Look,
he didn't try to do too much. He didn't try to do anything. There was nothing too fancy about him,
but he played the game to within his skill limit. But he dominated the game.
I say Joe Johnson. Just because if you look at Joe Johnson, it's not flashy. It's very fundamental, and you looking up like, man, how the fuck he?
Right.
Two dribbles right, go spin left, and
fade away.
Fader. Right. You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute, bro. You 17. Like you can't. That's how I'm looking at Nate. Like, oh man, hold on. Like you ain't even expecting that.
17
like that.
Playing like that.
You 17. You thinking the game with that skill set.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's just given. Some people got to go get it. Which you look at a Dub, he might appreciate the game more. It's he's successful where he at. Period. Let's not take away from that. But Nate, his talent was just a God-given gift.
Yeah,
his son, one of the coldest in the city right now. Like,
he's nice growing up right now.
God.
He got it.
Some dudes just got it like that. It's just surroundings.
And I think that's one of the things that I heard him like. He just really didn't care. Like we know he was that good, but he just hooped because he liked to hoop. It didn't. Nate, it didn't like.
I don't know. I wouldn't say he didn't care because bro loved the game. Like I said, you can't dissect a mind, personality. We not no doctors. Right. However, I mean, looking in, pay attention to somebody's surroundings when you
got a lot going on.
When you look at who in their life running in and out, where's the control value? You got if me and you both dope, and you brought up with your father teaching you the game. There's respect for the game. There's respect for him as a father, all that around him. And then I'm brought up with, people disrespecting me because I'm cool, but I got a whole bunch of people around me that don't got my best interest all the time until it come to basketball for real. So I'm still trying to be a man. At the same time, y'all want me to hoop too. There is no real guidance. I never say that about bro. Like he never do love basketball. He was meant to hoop. You know what I'm saying? It was in his genes. Like some people, like y'all pops, like the dude was one of the coldest saxophone. He was meant to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like some people, you just got your purpose and you just meant to do that. So it ain't no giving taking from it. You know what I'm saying? However, when you put somebody, as you go, that support system, man, gotta be tough. It gotta be.
Right.
It gotta be, man. It gotta be tough, man. Or you fall to the trials and tribulation. Hands down, bro. I done seen some players in my life, bro. I know NBA players on first name basis.
Yeah, you'd have been a lot of places. So
God,
I know.
He definitely one of my top 5 players I ever seen in my life. And I don't even think we even got to see the real cuss of
That's
that.
the same thing Calhoun said. He said he's top 5 player he ever coached at UConn, and he didn't even play a game.
You ain't even see.
He didn't even play the floor.
Can you imagine, man, if he had that type of support system with that mind, that group, you know what I'm saying, that them people to actually benefit from when it came to shit, and then like learning life and the game at the same. Man, bro, he be in the league.
He'd be one of the.
He be really in the league. Like,
he'd be on this
really
list we talking about right now. Right now,
his personality is really like he ain't when William, he more like a, you know, he let the game come to him. Yo, Nate gonna go get it. Yo, you gonna know I'm out here. I don't give a fuck who on this motherfucker.
Quick, too.
He said he out there with, you think about who was at UConn with him, like Kemba and
what's the other guard?
Napier and Dyson, all them, the beat. Like
they won a championship that year, right?
Like he would have been on that team.
Yeah. They said he killing these dudes.
Wow.
Like he giving them problems.
He gave Lou Aldang work.
Lou Aldang got him in the crib.
And kicked him out because Nate told him he was ass.
What?
Because he was busting him.
Nate
told him he was shitty.
Nate really is. Nate really is, bro. I wish somebody grab him to do something, but he really is like the untold story about. He really represents Toledo basketball in mind to me on the fact of disappointing players. There's so many of us that go places and we come back or relevant here. Like that story, like his, like he really like that.
And
bro.
even
like,
now,
I had to give bro a little pub, man. Cause
they still on it now. Like
maybe
I guarantee we get
Toledo Hoop Dreams film.
His name still ringing bells anywhere.
No,
like, if he can still hoop,
his name gonna ring bells for life. Man. I was in the Dominican and had a dude like, where you from? Like Toledo, Ohio. Oh, Nate Miles. Like
everywhere I go, it's the first name. It don't be. You would think it'd be Jim Jackson, but it don't. Like, I go to I travel a lot, and when I'm talking about hooping,
Nate,
that's where Nate from, huh? Like damn,
yeah,
bro,
but Jim is old at this point. Though.
He'd have been everywhere.
A lot of people don't even remember Jim.
Yeah, but that Jim. As much as I love Jim, that's Jim kind of fought too, which is another Toledo thing. It's like success, you stay away.
You stay away.
To stay successful, you got to be away.
That's true.
Now, think about who here that's successful, and we got some successful dudes now. With shout out to Bro Albert, you know what I'm saying? Rob, you know what I'm saying? All the boxers for sure. They got that mentality. They got that mentality.
Toledo's really a boxing city.
Yeah, boxing city.
They got boxing.
But when it comes to the sports, like the real, like the football, the basketball, who here?
Yeah, B Rob gone.
B Rob, that's and when
he
it
gone.
crazy,
He never came back.
Now?
No, he back home. He stay in North Carolina right now.
Okay.
But even looking at
he never
that,
came back.
Bro started 2 years in the league with AD.
Yeah, in New Orleans. Yeah.
You started in 2 years. That ain't even the name you even mentioned. It's funny. We mentioning
I go straight to Nate. He's not even the Nate.
But you know why? You know why I think that is? Because B Rob went to St. John's and he was out in the not in the hood. So a lot of the hood,
you can't use that. Look, I grew up with like we played together since we've been in the 4th grade.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Only place we hooped at was the Pond.
For sure.
Non-stop. Like we hooped there every day, all day,
so
every
why is
summer.
that, bro? Why do people not mention B Rob? He was in the league.
I'm gonna tell you, because he's not here.
Yeah.
You gotta be.
Think
here.
about our city. You know, it's a popularity city.
You gotta be here to be relevant, man. I'm glad I'm on a platform. Man,
but
you gotta be here to be relevant. You'll forget everything somebody do.
It's the truth.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You forget everything.
That's why a lot of people don't mention Jimmy. And like somebody asked in the comments, like, who's better, Nate or Jimmy? You can't.
But you see Nate. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Right,
you don't see Jimmy.
Right.
If you saw Jimmy, it ain't no talk.
If you actually watch
the tape.
Old Jimmy tapes, Jimmy was the most dominant guard in City League history.
I agree.
Definitely.
And
he was bigger than everybody. He was like LeBron was. He was huge. Jimmy was huge in high school.
We in the 2020, 2020.
He went to Matt Cumber.
Still talking about Nate.
He went to Matt Cumber.
They associate Matt Cumber with the Cherry Street Mission, bro. Nobody looking like that. You know what I'm saying? They're not thinking like that. Man, Toledo is a what have you done for me lately?
You ain't lying.
That's what it is, bro. The relevance of players. We got a lot. I can name some dudes that that go off. You know what I'm saying? That out of here. And I can name some dudes that you know, first name basis. And I seen them at the wildlife with that motherfucker off the chain.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You compare the two, like, oh, bro, ain't no way he better than I seen him yesterday. And
BJ Raymond, another one.
Like
he had a great career. He ain't come home. Like, people don't talk about
BJ
these type of people.
Raymond,
Like, bro,
went to Xavier.
I seen, I seen
a lot of that, man. Like,
BJ Raymond came up to City Park. Shout out to the park. BJ Raymond came up to City Park when the park was jumping. You had me, Trip, Robert, like all that. Ain't talking about more. Everybody playing.
When he played,
how many
the game he
people
played,
just now though?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You talking about the game he
Talking about
played?
Pig, talking about
man. You don't even want to do no live. We not even.
You about to talk about that one game he played when he got dressed?
One game he played, he got dressed.
What happened? What happened?
Ice? 2 points, bro.
What happened to him?
He scored.
Man, he got ate up out there. No lie.
Man.
Yes, he got ate up. They made him play. They made him play. Kept talking to him. He was, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, you ain't this, you ain't that.
He wasn't.
He like, all right, who got some shoes? And he got some shoes and came out there and he got.
All I can get, bro, is say, man, he ain't have his shoes. That's all I can get.
Hey, that is important though. You out there on court.
No, but you got to get on court though. Once you on the court,
I want to say they played the team they was playing played the Tank that day too though.
No, he played the Tank. He played. It wasn't us. It was the Tank.
It was.
He didn't want to play though.
It wasn't our team.
How can you really?
Nah, man.
But it was where he was at. And I think, what was he at in Germany then or something? He was somewhere overseas hooping.
Professional.
He just left school. Man, shout out City Park, man. City Park, one of the toughest places I ever played.
It'll bring it out of you.
They will bring it. They will make you.
And we will crumble you if you come out there and you ain't really got it.
City Park will make you play basketball, man. You
if you think you got it, come hoop at the park.
You come up there just to get a sandwich.
You're gonna end up balling harder.
And then
why you ain't out here?
Even with City Park, what I love about it the most, like, a lot of people don't know, like, we let a lot of high school kids play. Yeah. Like, we always kept high school teams out there. And after that year playing out there, you see how much they got better when they start playing with their own kids. We play with Roger, Devontae Pratt, and Clemmy Owens and all that. State. Damon Powell and them played at the park. State.
Right.
Like, when they come, you out there competing with grown men as the player on every level, and you can hold your own.
Not only that though, it's gonna make you tough.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
definitely.
saying? Like,
that's what it is.
At the end of the day, going to whatever.
You need it. Going to that state run.
Going up on a kid, it look different. The only thing I ever take for City Park that I always hated my whole life, and I feel like it hurt me the most was that concrete.
The concrete killed your
like
knees.
The fact that, you know what I'm saying, like, knowing, like, when you think of the Jimmys and people that actually got the bread, there should have been things donated.
Things done to
you know what I'm saying? Set it up a little. It was coming. It was popular. It was up and coming. Security could have been a little better. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely
more
needed
seats.
that.
Like,
right, cause
you know what I'm saying? Little more organized. And shout out to everybody. Big C. You know what I'm saying? Trees. Everybody who kept it. After Uncle G for sure. Rest in peace. All the scorekeepers, Rio and O and all of them. Like, but it wasn't nothing given to it to make it better. It was just always stay the same. Right. You know what I'm saying? And you hurting a lot of them dudes because they go to college and go overseas and go different places. You know what I'm saying? So you would have brought it inside, which might be coming real soon.
It'd have been a totally different ball game.
What's coming soon? Let's talk.
Totally different ball game out there.
Yeah, we got something coming real
Had a lot of battles out there.
All right.
Real soon. Just say it's going to be a little different this summer. Okay. I'm going to just say that. Going to be a little different this summer. We might be a little inside more than outside.
That's the only way I'm coming back.
But we're going to change the game. We need something here more solid for our kids again. Like, we don't have community centers and different things like that for the youth. And then when we do, we got the Boys and Girls Club. You know, now Boys and Girls Club at like 13, 14, you really done.
Yeah.
And then unless you going on Detroit Street to go to the main Boys and Girls Club, but they picking who they want.
It's
almost
weird growing
real
up
live membership for real in there. So we don't have those places for kids, like that transition from adult teens to adults. And then with the game of basketball, there's not a lot of places to go
play
anymore. When we was coming up, we had to hoop
everywhere.
$5.
We was all over the city hooping.
Out there on the north.
You was going crazy. So with that being said, definitely, y'all ain't seen me. I got my hands in some things right now to make something better for everyone.
Yeah, we need it though.
It's a lot. It's a lot we need to do.
Cause like I don't know if any of y'all been to Columbus in a while, man. Columbus to put something like the hoops in a mall.
Yeah,
I was down there in the mall.
They got basketball.
They had the AAU tournaments down there in the mall.
What?
Like it's so sweet, dude. Like that's type of stuff we be needing. Like you said, ain't nothing to do.
But they capital though too. Like as much as the difference from us in Columbus, I tell you difference in the sign. The difference from us, Columbus is the capital. Everybody, you got Old State there, you got all the colleges, all the ball players, everything in Columbus. So a lot of that stuff they actually need. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't be like us. But at the same time, Toledo is a hub. You think a hub for everything. We in the middle. We go from Canada all the way south. We can go east
Cleveland,
to west.
Chicago.
You know what I'm saying? The pipeline crazy. You got Indiana, Michigan. You know what I'm saying? All of that right there. Like, yo, it's a lot we can do with different things like that. But you got to be innovative and be mentally set for that. And plus, we gotta like do it together. Like a lot of people be doing a lot. That's the hardest part. Like you got 6-7 people doing the same thing instead of coming together and making it whole and really getting it. You know what I'm saying? So we got to touch it again, man, because we got to give a safe place for these dudes to actually develop. Because there's some dudes right now, the Chris Darringtons and the Devontae Pratts and Clemmy and Trey Howard. I love Trey.
Trey.
Shout
out to the Fab Squad,
oh
man,
my
from
God,
the park
bro.
if y'all ever seen
It's some dudes, man, that really got game. You know what I'm saying? And they doing a little Toledo like they got their basketball team. I won't say little, I'm sorry, take that back, but they got the Glass City basketball team, like that's fair, and I encourage all hoopers to go do that. Like if you want to play overseas, you need film.
You need a resume.
Like, you need a resume. So even if that ain't getting you money, you get film. Film way more valuable than money.
Right.
However, there still needs to be other outlets. You know what I'm saying? We don't have them. So
even like y'all old team, y'all had Toledo Ice. What that lasted? What? 3 years?
About 2
maybe. Like
2. And even that, and even with that,
I know
like,
it was what ran.
Man, even with that, like you think about them dudes, like the Lionel Armstead.
Lady, I was loaded, bro.
And I'll tell you one name.
Aaron Bates.
I'll tell you a name that stay relevant for generations. People don't even he don't even get no love. I hope bro watching, bro. He don't even get no love. Tony Scruggs, bro.
Man, listen, he
Tony
do for me.
Scruggs' body been the same way since I was 6 years old, man.
Tony Scruggs came up here and got a T-shirt one day.
He a real machine, dude.
He look exactly the same.
He a real machine.
Bro has so much to offer, man.
Yeah.
When it comes to mental, you know what I'm saying, physical. When a part of the game, like he done played in every generation and was effective. And you talk about somebody coming from nothing, like his story is amazing. If you ain't never heard his story, it's amazing, man. But it's dudes younger than him that look horrible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a dude that dedicate life to his body and just to stay relevant. Like he really one of those, man, that need like appreciation, like you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him, Scruggs.
Yeah, Scruggs really be on it too.
You can get some stuff from him, bro, like for real, mentally. But the thing is, we got to stop looking at each other as competition. Like we need to look at each other as allies.
That's you know part of Toledo's problem. Like that's why people in Toledo don't like to appreciate the next man, because it's like if they see the success over here, they look at it as competition instead of congratulating. Because like you can still do what you doing, and he can still what he doing, and both of y'all can be successful.
That's how, that's how it should be. That's mentalities in a lot of places, man. I don't understand. I don't get it here.
Just Toledo, yeah.
We can learn a lot from Atlanta. Atlanta is crazy with that. Like they are supportive, like the black community. Mm-hmm. If they see you coming up trying to do your thing, they gonna try to put you on and help you any way they can. Right. Yeah. And that's why a lot of people go down there to be successful.
Mm-hmm. And it's like that. And we can it with all things here. It's like, man, it's like trainers. Like you get one person trainer, it's a whole bunch of trainers.
Yeah. Why y'all can't get one building and just go crazy with them together?
MRDD, like these businesses, like. You get one, it's like several of them. Bars.
Right. That's what everything though.
Like everything is like
I drop a hoodie. Right. Everybody here gonna got hoodies.
Come on, like it's like instead of like, you know what I'm saying, building each other together with one thing or a couple things, we busy chasing that quick dollar, and as much as you think it's money, it's not a lot of money. It's like the money is somewhere else. But then it come to that mentality. If I'm in Toledo, I'm on.
Right.
If I ain't, and I love
That's
it.
the thing.
You know
People
what I'm
don't go
saying?
nowhere.
gotta
Like
get
I
up
travel
out.
a lot. I'd have been a lot of places, man. Anything here that don't matter when you get there.
Right,
You
yeah.
so popular. You the popular person here. As soon as you get to Vegas, you ain't.
Nobody.
You a regular Joe. Who was you? Who was you? Oh, I'm such and such. What that mean here?
And I tell you one thing, as I said about a Nate Miles, like hooping and different things, like when we do different things in other places, like when we do it, we really stand out. That's the scary part about it, because they really act like, man, are you dressed like, how you dressed? Man, I'm from Toledo. Man, you saying you rap like, man, I'm from Toledo.
Yeah.
Man, you hoop like, man, I'm from Toledo. They like that up there. Like when you really go out and do it like that, they respect you more. You get that love. Next thing you know, you find yourself setting up shop somewhere else.
Right.
And like, man, they love me here for this. Get back to the crib.
You know what I think about Toledo though? It's like you'll be like it's easy to be like you, because a lot of time people just don't give a fuck, and so like you gonna have your own style of this, own style of that,
Right.
because you know what I'm saying, that's just how we think here. And so when you go out in the world, you end up looking different because you really be like amongst sheep sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, a lot of the
bunch
time.
of
A sheep,
followers.
a sheep, like a bunch of followers.
Yeah,
it's it's all
so
followers.
that weird looking sheep actually look kind of sweet for real. Like, hold on, this motherfucker got spots and shit. Like he don't look like us. But this what you see on TV. But when he shows something a little different or she do something a little different, man, you want to ask questions.
Right.
Like, how you do? How you think of that? Where you from?
Yeah.
But if we took that mentality and actually came together.
Exactly.
It's just like
Shit'll be
basketball.
over.
Like how we ain't take one person who just made it and just ride and have a whole pipeline going from AAU teams to everything. It's all split up.
It's things music wise. Y'all had Tracy on here the other day. I think of Tracy, one of the coldest singers in the city. Why something like that ain't pushed?
Yeah.
When you get an athlete, why don't we push?
Get behind them.
Like why we all
Everybody.
push them to get everybody? You see it. Well, the only time I actually seen it actually come together with Rob. Or Easter. We'll come with Bunny.
I say what whatchamacallit when he played track from Rogers.
Oh,
When
yeah,
he's in the Olympics.
Yeah, for sure.
But soon as it was
the
over,
whole-
though, it was like,
It was done,
who is
yeah.
it? Like you were saying,
The
like
whole
what? You don't
city
even
went
hear
crazy
about him
for
no
Rob,
more.
Right.
Soon
The
as it
whole
was
city
over.
did kind of like you saw everything about Rob. Like you saw his sports events.
I
Like
say more
Kennard.
Rob. I feel you. And I say
Kennard
more
is last
Rob.
name.
okay.
Yeah, Kennard was like,
Yeah, Kennard was for sure, but I
But
say
after
more
that, it
Rob.
was over, though.
Rob was on a almost a real live night. That boxing was really coming into
Yeah, social
its
media
own,
behind
social media,
them. Like, it was a
everything.
bunch of
Rob
buzz.
really had a real live push. Like let's push him. We're like we traveling to
We
go
going to
see
see
him.
him.
Yeah,
we
like,
gonna,
that was good.
We going
That was
to
fun
any
to see.
fight.
As soon as he caught a L, though, what happened?
They stopped. People start bashing him like,
Yeah,
oh
like,
man,
damn,
dude
it was one loss,
Dude
though.
need to get a new trainer.
But
and
look
do-
who he fought, though. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, come
Yeah.
on, man.
He fought.
That's
He
how
got
our
out
city
there.
is, though.
Right.
Love my city, man. Love
That's
this
how
city,
it
man,
is,
too.
though. We just know how it is.
That,
You know what I'm saying?
mentality, that mentality, it has to change. As much as you love the good, you gotta love the bad with it.
Hell yeah.
You gotta push the good as well as the bad as well as the good. How I'm gonna come up if I'm looking at y'all when y'all on me? I can only think of somebody like Rob personality, but I'm not gonna say that this how he think. But if I'm in his position, and just me thinking like I think, and I'm top tier boxing, I'm all over, and I got Earl and who else was coming down? AB. All these
They
people
camp loaded
coming, they
for-
setting up camp to come see me. And y'all loving me, but then y'all do that to me. What do that do for you mentally? Because you still a person. At the end of the day, it ain't
You're
about
not just an
boxing for
athlete,
me. I'm
right.
not just an athlete. Like
Right.
I'm a real person. Can you your mindset has to be like impeccable to deal with something like that from a small place.
Hell
you
yeah.
from a
Imagine from a
Chicago
big-
or New York or something. That's just a community.
Right.
And it's a whole city, man. It's a whole.
And then you go out in this
code.
city, you gotta think, oh, what up, bro? That like, man, miss me with that. Like, that's how I would be. Like, man, I don't
That's
even
You know
know
what? That's why Jimmy don't come back.
I could
To be
believe it.
honest.
Because you think when he was doing his camps in that tournament at
Yeah.
Rogers, how people was, you know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
you-
all right,
but-
this is my last
so,
one.
Right.
So check Jimmy
You know what I'm
out.
saying?
So we look at Jimmy. Jimmy, All American, Macomber, All American, O State, 2 years. Played 2 years with Dallas. Never played with the same team twice after that.
Mm-hmm.
When did he stop coming? When he stopped coming to Toledo? When shit was looking rickety in his career.
You know what happened? When he had that ankle injury.
True story,
and
though.
broke his ankle.
Second year in Dallas.
Yep, second year in Dallas. He was the third leading scorer, the top two guard in the NBA.
Mashburn, Jason Kidd, Jimmy Jackson.
Man, that was
who was on all
they was dating Tony Braxton.
Yes,
right.
That's who was on all their posters. It was like they big three for
right,
real.
yeah, that was the big three.
Yeah.
Come on,
They
man.
had some issues there, didn't they?
We went past each other's ball for a while. I seen a play when who was it? Jimmy got hurt or somebody got hurt and like trying to go for a layup and he was under the basket and holding his ankle or something. And Jason Kidd got a steal, and instead of calling a timeout, he jumps over him. Man, look it up,
Like
bro.
fuck that
He
nigga.
jumped over his motherfucking truck. Man, we got to trade these motherfuckers. Tony fucking in, and they ain't end up with none of them motherfuckers. Fuck with the dude from Mick Edition. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
everywhere Jimmy went though was some shit though.
Yeah.
They just said
You know
his
why?
attitude was like
Jimmy had that Toledo attitude.
Yeah, he was like,
I'm me. I don't give.
That's what T-Mac said. T-Mac was like, hey, he gotta go.
But he,
Yeah.
I can't. He gotta roll.
But at the
I ain't
same
dealing with this
time,
nigga.
he also played great roles on
He
teams.
did.
Every team.
Like for real.
Yeah.
After a
That
while, it was
Phoenix-
just
that
like
Phoenix team.
he accepted like
Especially
look,
Sacramento, Phoenix. All them,
Sacramento, Phoenix,
Portland.
Portland was
Like he really played a role. Like man, this how I'm gonna be. This how it's gonna be. This how it's gonna be.
Man, that
I
man
gotta take
hit so many corner
Clutch shot,
3-pointers.
man, look.
Steve Smith said Jimmy Jackson's probably one of the most hard-headed players he's ever played with, but he played his role on the
Played
court.
his role.
Like in the locker room, Jimmy tried to run the locker room.
Yeah.
Because that's our mentality as Toledoans.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
You know, we big time
Yeah.
in our own respective right.
The hardest thing for us to do is adjust in other places, cause we know how it is to be us, just who we are genuinely and get
Right.
love.
Right.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? And that's where the fuck upness be, cause then when you try to be you, when you try to be you and motherfuckers don't feel that and shit starting to look different, then you don't get that love no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They look
So
at
you
the
seen
power.
that in somebody like his career. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people, man, that need roses, man. Shout out Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Hop.
Yeah.
Kamisha Harrison.
Yes.
Kamisha one of the
Yes. I don't
man.
understand why her name don't get mentioned.
Yeah.
Man,
Kamisha
me,
Harrison,
she
like I
was a
watched her
real
in high
deal.
school. I watched her
God.
at high school because my kid's mother played against her. She was like, I'm like, man, where does this girl come
But y'all
from?
know
Right,
girls,
like, she
like
look like
girl
she
hooping,
not-
like
she trying to
girls,
be
the
out
girl
there.
basketball players do not know her though.
No,
That's
they
crazy.
They do
don't.
not
You
know
know,
who
that's-
the
why
No,
not?
they
No.
don't know. I swear,
It's
I didn't mention their
crazy,
name before they play.
man.
Who is that? Like y'all don't know y'all,
Dawn
previous
actually
what?
coached her at
Yeah.
Temple. She was at
Yeah,
Temple
right.
with
They
Dawn
don't know
Stanley.
her. Right.
She came to recruit her at Temple. You feel me?
They don't know.
That's
Zaya
crazy.
playing for Dawn Stanley.
Right.
These
South
girls don't
Carolina.
know her, bro.
She
I'm
was in the
telling
league.
you.
She the first one to go to the league. She got drafted to the Suns.
Yeah.
Even on the
got
boys'
drafted.
side, a lot of the kids they don't know who these old players is. They
shout
don't
out
even
to
be
Dawn.
caring, man.
Me,
That's
Kamisha
crazy.
Harris.
Yeah, she looked like she did not, like she wasn't supposed to be out there with the rest of them. Like,
She was
Bro,
before
she
her
out
time.
there with
that
them.
team,
Yeah.
Craig. That team was unbelievable.
High
anyway.
school?
Stephanie Johnson for sure. She was a dog. Jaslyn Davis for sure. Remember Lil Jazz? She was a dog.
With the USC.
Then you had like the La Mishas and them. They little team was sweet, but Misha by herself, bro.
Maddie was dope
Kill.
back then.
It's a lot of
It's
them.
like they had some
It's a
real
lot of
like.
them. But somebody, and that's another thing too with that. You know what I'm saying? Is like somebody like her. Why she ain't coaching no team?
Yeah.
Why she can't be no head coach? We retired. We recycling all these dudes. And shout out to all the dudes that getting new jobs. Moan
They
over
need
at
'em.
Rogers.
Yeah.
They
You
need
know what I'm
'em.
saying? Lil Fleming over at
'Cause y'all
Maumee
go-
Valley. But look at her resume. Why am I up for a job with the dude that cut hair? You know what I'm saying? I don't
Politics.
understand. Like,
Politics. He knows something.
do
It's
that.
politics
He knows
though.
somebody,
He knows
yeah.
somebody in that
That's
system.
crazy to me.
Think about it.
I'm on the wall. I'm a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It
Ain't
don't
nobody else
matter.
sitting down
Think
no
about it.
job.
When we was in high school, all the coaches coaching around the city. They ain't play no sports. They was coaching for a check.
Nah,
They ain't care.
man.
It was a lot of that.
And you look at that. That's another part too. Why I'm doing what I'm doing for real. And others, Coach Martin, shout out Coach Rodney Martin. He just retired from Rogers. We look to help people get out of school because it just seemed like that. Like after high school, You ain't even trying to get these dudes in the school no more. You ain't even
right.
That's
man,
it. Go. Yeah.
Like what's happening?
Nothing.
What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like
They don't care.
It's some people that's out here, man, that actually care about the youth and the kids. You just gotta find a different way to get to them now, cause them going to them schools and being them coaches and being, man, you can't do that, man. To be a coach at a high school, bro, you gotta have a pupil license. You can't have a traffic ticket.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You couldn't smack the lunch lady. You couldn't have detention in the 8th grade. You can't do shit. You can't just to be in the gym. You can't even be in the gym with them.
Nope.
Wow.
No, when I started coaching, man, I went through so much stuff I didn't even know you had to go through to be a coach.
For real.
They check your background thoroughly.
LA Daniels, one of LA. You know what I'm saying? He a good dude. He good with the kids. For some people, man, I can. Jerome Pierce, another one. He could be a coach. Pete Pim, he know the game. You know what I'm saying? I guess a lot of dudes that actually know the game that can be. Man, I love Toledo for sure, but it's some parts, man, that just it's different, man. It's different. So give these people their roses, bro.
Buzzer. Yep. So man, we can go on for another hour or so, but I know we gotta go. But I appreciate y'all coming through for this episode. We might want to do it again next week. I don't know.
What's up, man? I'll be back. You want me back with? I'll be back, man.
Shout out to I get married.
You wasn't gonna mention that. You was gonna get killed when you hit the door. How you wasn't gonna shout that out? You can't let him get off the mic for that.
October 30th at the Stranahan.
Okay.
Stranahan whole wedding.
Big time.
At where y'all graduate at. I'm gonna walk down. I'm walking down the aisle in the theater. Shout out to my fiance, Brittany Pendleton.
Early congrats, bro.
My daughter Montana. Like about to get married. Y'all, everybody welcome to come. Come show love. You like me. If you don't, I invited everybody. I people that I don't even talk. Hey man, you cut them off with.
Right.
I want you to see the union though. That's how I feel.
Right.
Celebrate the union, black love, man.
Need it, man.
But I'm down this week though. We on it.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
All right. Well, this is episode 5.
5, I think.
Yeah, we'll be back next week though. Enjoy y'all weekend.
For sure.
That was a good one.
Cool show, man.
No, that was good. Oh man. Yeah, it is, man.